Hello there everybody, my name is Supernova, and welcome back to some more Super Mario Brothers for the NES. Last time, well, we actually completed a world, so now we're going to be moving on to the next world. So, why don't we continue? Alright, and now we're going to be moving on to World 2-1. So, why don't we get a move on? This looks like a really nice castle here. Look at this. Nice and big. Alright, so we're going to be moving on, and once again, we have a Goomba here and a mushroom. So let's grab the mushroom. We got some Koopa Troopas down there. Try to avoid them. Goombas. Some more piranha plants. We cannot go down this pipe. Sometimes pipes you are able to go down, while others you cannot. I wonder if there's going to be a power-up here. Sometimes there is. Oh, great. Oh, great. Actually, this is a good way to show that, once again, in these older games, if you go on here, you don't get the fire flower, you just get a regular power-up. That just shows how much more difficult the games were back then, because nowadays, even if you were small, for example, we played, I don't know, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or even like 3D Land, 3D World, you get a fire flower, you turn into that fire flower, even if you're small Mario. So it just shows you how much the games are different, honestly. Whoa, that was quick. Oh gosh. I want to see if there's more power-ups in here. Nope. Okay, so let's continue this. So I actually beat this game a few times, and it's a pretty fun game, honestly. It is quite challenging. Not very challenging, but it can be a little bit challenging. It definitely can. These older games are nothing like the new ones, to say the least. Now, I'm not saying it's better. Personally, I like the new art style and the newer games, but it's sometimes cool to go back to older games and see where Mario originated from and how the games were back then. In my opinion, this actually still looks pretty good to this day. This game. Alright, and we're going underground again. And this time we're at a water level. And here we go, we got bloopers. Let's try to avoid them the best we can. Let's get out of here. And we got Cheep Cheeps, different colors too. Oh goodness. I want to avoid this guy and avoid these guys. Move out of the way, please. Gotta be extremely careful so nothing happens. Oh no. Avoid the Cheep Cheep. And this is probably gonna be the end of the level. Another thing you may notice that these levels are really short. Well, then again, you do have to realize that back then, you're on an NES, only had a cartridge, and not a lot of space. Nowadays, games are gigabytes. So, it just shows how much the times changed. Alright, well, the next world, and, oh, we got Cheep Cheeps flying out of nowhere now. That's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised I didn't get touched by that. Let's get the fire flower and defeat some of these guys. Okay. Let's try this again. Here we go. Oh gosh. Whoa! These guys are just flying out of nowhere. You want some fried fish? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I definitely shouldn't have said that. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe I might actually do well this time. And we're at the end of the level. Very nice. 200 time left. And 2-4, we're at the castle now. We gotta be careful though. Okay, so I do want to show that there's some interesting mechanics in some of these Bowser castles. That's what I'm gonna call them. Oh, careful with the fire. So, you may notice that there are 2 ways to go, as you can see. It shows you there's a top path and a bottom path. Now, what happens if you go through the top one, for example? We can try to avoid all these fire bars, get injured, and die. Now, let's see what happens if we go through the bottom one. I don't think it actually matters now that I think about it. Maybe this one, it doesn't matter? Eventually they will. And since I had the Fire Flower, I do want to show that actually that previous Bowser and this Bowser is not actually a Bowser. That was a Koopa Troopa, actually. You won't actually be facing Bowser until the very end of the game.
Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle.
Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to be ending off the episode. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next time. See ya later.